Hi dear Capricorns, welcome to my YouTube channel, and in this video I'm going to talk about the transits for the month of December. The last months of 2023 should be relatively peaceful because we don't have any eclipses in December this year, and it's been a month and a half since the last eclipse, so that means all the dust from those eclipses has settled down by now, okay? And so we should have relative stability until next March. That's when we'll have the next eclipse. But December still has its own challenge, and that challenge is Mercury retrograde. Yes, Capricorns, get ready for misunderstandings, miscommunication, forgetting things, getting lost, apps malfunctioning, computers malfunctioning, stuff like that. Those are Mercury retrograde activities. But I'm going to talk more about that later. So now let's begin with the outer planets. Dear Capricorns, you guys have had Pluto in your sign for 15 years now, but I'm glad to tell you that it's about to leave your sign. Pluto will enter Aquarius next month in January. I mean, it will come back into your sign next year, sometime in the middle, but still. The vast majority of this transit is done. These are the last throes of this transit. And so, Pluto in Capricorn has been transforming your personality in the past 15 years, empowering you, giving you challenges, but you've been rising from the ashes like a phoenix with the transformative energy of Pluto. And the thing is, in December, Pluto will be in the very last degrees of Capricorn, the last 2 degrees, 28th and 29th. That means those of you who were born in the last days of Capricorn, or those of you who have your rising sign in the late degrees of Capricorn, then you are experiencing a conjunction to your sun or your rising sign. Yes, it can be challenging. You might feel as though the pressure or the pressure of the world is on you, like this, like holding the sky, like this Titan. It might feel like that, but it's empowering you. Maybe it may not look like that right now, but it is empowering you, making you stronger. Okay, and Capricorns, you guys are hard workers. You can handle this. You've been handling it for 15 years. You'll handle it for 1 more month. And after Pluto in Capricorn, we have Neptune in Pisces. Neptune has been in your 3rd house for a decade now. And it's in the last degrees of Pisces, 27th, 28th degrees of Pisces. So that means, again, Capricorns who were born in the last degrees of Capricorn, you guys are feeling a sextile aspect from Neptune. Neptune is like the planet of illusions, creativity, healing, divine inspiration, spirituality. So even though you're experiencing this heavy Plutonian energy, you are still receiving this support from Neptune. Probably spirituality would be like really helpful. I don't know if you guys believe in stuff like that or not, but Neptune is helping you guys. And after Neptune, we have Uranus. Uranus is currently in Taurus. It has been in that sign for 5 years now. And Taurus, that is your 5th house. So you've been hosting Uranus in your 5th house. It's a house of fun, romance, children, hobbies, leisure, all of that stuff. And when we combine all these energies with Uranus, the futuristic energies of Uranus, you get these scenarios where you probably find hobbies that you never thought you would be interested in, because that's Uranus. It's the planet of originality. It's like a very unorthodox, think of outside the box kind of planet. So things that you never thought you would be interested in, you might have become interested in because of Uranus. Or if you are a creative type, maybe now your art is like a bit more avant-garde because of Uranus again. Or like modernizing fun, because Uranus is modernization. It's very futuristic. It's a planet of technology. So maybe I don't know, you found some great way, like a great game that gives you pleasure, like it's like in a fun way. So Anyway, that is Uranus in the fifth house. And what else? It's the house of children as well, so your children are probably experiencing some really fun and exciting times in their lives. And this year you also have Jupiter in that house. It's been in there since May 2023 and it will be in there until May 2024. So you have a whole year of Jupiter in Taurus in your fifth house. Jupiter is a very expansive energy. It's a very optimistic, like lucky energy. Yeah, so you guys have got a lot going on in your fifth house. You had eclipses in there, and now you still have Uranus and Jupiter, which are gigantic planets. So there's a lot of focus on fun and children for you guys, Capricorns. So after Uranus, we have Saturn, your ruling planet. Your ruling planet is currently in Pisces, so your third house, along with Neptune. But the thing is, Neptune is in the late degrees of Capricorn, whereas Saturn is in the very early degrees. It has recently stopped retrograding in Pisces and it's now going direct. And so, Pisces, that is your third house. So, Capricorns, I know you guys are not very talkative people, but Saturn, again, it's gonna bring like extra seriousness into your communication, so you might be even less talkative in the next 2 years. But like, I'm not saying it like in a negative way. Like, it's good, right? Like, gives us time to like meditate, to reflect. I mean, obviously you'll be communicating, but still, your thought process will be more realistic. It's not like you guys are not realistic, but like imagine extra realistic. Or it might be the time when you're actually planning and strategizing, because third house is thoughts, ideas, right? Our thinking, and Pluto is structure, and not Pluto, Saturn is structure. It solidifies things. So think of it like your thoughts getting solidified. That's like one of the possible interpretations. And so that is it for Saturn in the third house for now. I'm gonna talk more later in the next month's horoscope, okay? And what else was I gonna say? After Saturn, we have the inner planets, and now in this part of the video, I'm going to talk about the inner planet transits. On December 1st, the very first day of December, we have Mercury entering Capricorn, your sign, your first house. When Mercury is in our sign, it becomes easier for us to communicate. I was just talking about how it's like communication is like more difficult for you, but now with this temporary presence of Mercury in your sign, it will be easier. It will be easier to find the right words, to write text. If you need to write long stuff, like long reports, it's a great time for that. But keep in mind that it will eventually start retrograding. And so Mercury will be retrograde until Mercury will enter Capricorn and it will stay there until February 5th, 2024. So as you can see, almost 2 months in Capricorn and briefly in Sagittarius. And it's a long time. Normally Mercury sprints through signs in just 18 days. But now, because of this Mercury retrograde motion, it will take some time. It will crawl basically. And yeah, and we will enter December in the shadow zone of Mercury retrograde. So dear Capricorns, if you need to buy gifts for Christmas, especially electronic gifts, make sure you keep the receipt, or make sure there is a way for you to return or exchange that stuff later on, just in case. Because when we buy electronics during Mercury retrograde, there is a higher chance of that thing malfunctioning or not lasting as long as it should. Okay? And another thing is, try not to sign contracts in December, because Mercury will be in bad shape all month. Think of it this way: Mercury will be on vacation, so it won't be doing its job properly. And Mercury rules contracts, so when you sign contracts during such a time, it's like, like not recommended. I'm not trying to scare you. Let me just provide an example. So let's say you do sign a contract. Let's say you rent an apartment for a year. But the thing is, because Mercury was retrograde, you might have to move out 7 months later, or maybe even 3 months later. So you have to break that contract. Or let's say you sign a work contract for 5 years, but like after 1 or 2 years you change the company or something. I don't know, like maybe that's a ridiculous example, but you get my point. The thing is, like I did do that actually. Like I signed a work contract for a year, for 1 school year, but after 6 or 7 months I had to leave the country, so I had to like quit that job. So that is Mercury retrograde contract for you guys. But Mercury retrograde is also a time when we are given opportunity to fix something, to go back and fix it. I think I talked about that in the early part of the video. The thing is, like I've been recording all these horoscopes and I repeat some of the things a lot, so I lose track of like what I've already mentioned, what I already have not mentioned. So I do apologize for that, Capricorns. And next, on December 3rd, we have Venus in Libra making a square to Pluto in Capricorn. So Venus is the planet of finances, and Pluto is also very much finances. And when these two make a square aspect, think of it as like financial struggle, like power struggles over finances. That's one of the possible interpretations. Another possible interpretation is Venus rules love, right? And Pluto is intensity. So think of it like as this volcanic energy, volcano erupting suddenly in relationships. So if there have been things that you've been ignoring, now it will be the time when you're like, okay, let's have this talk. But I'm not trying to scare you guys. This aspect will last for 3 days only, and this is not the kind of aspect that will make you end your relationship. No, it's very temporary. It's like 3 days maximum. Next, on December 4th, Venus is going to enter Scorpio until December 29th, 2023. So it looks like December will be a pleasant time for friendships. Venus will be in your friendship house all month. So it's great to go out with friends, have a girls' night out, I guess, or boys' night out. And next, on December 12th, we have new moon in Sagittarius on the 20th degree of Sagittarius. And Capricorns, this will be in your 12th house, indicating that now it's time for you guys to rest. 12th house is the very last house. Think of it like your birthday is here, right? In December and January. And so the sun has been traveling around the zodiac wheel. And now it's like about to return into your first house, but it's in the very last house. So the sun is metaphorically like tired. So you might feel exhausted actually in most of December. You will start getting your energy back, like when the sun enters your sign. So when we have this new moon in your 12th house, that's like an indication for you to rest, okay? Don't exhaust yourselves, Capricorns. And by the way, happy birthday to December Capricorns. I think I forgot to say that in the beginning of the video. But yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful birthday. And so, when it comes to this new moon, I said it's going to happen on December 12th, right? But we can expect to start receiving news, announcements, decisions, new beginnings, and stuff around December 9th, because we feel the effect of the new moon 4 days before and up to 4 days after. So like 8-day period when new things begin, like when things start moving basically. And so 1 day after this new moon, we have Mercury stationing retrograde in your first house. So you will start reviewing your image, how you come across, how you communicate, your personality, like your I, your sense of I, who am I? And so, but then Mercury will slip back into Sagittarius, your 12th house. So from me into like your spiritual side. Okay, so use your awareness into your spiritual hidden side, subconscious side. Yeah. So maybe there was like a secret that you didn't know about, and now Mercury going back into that secret house will find that secret and then like start moving forward again with the new knowledge. And after this, on December 21st, the sun is going to enter Capricorn, winter solstice. Yay! The longest night of the year. I like winter solstice because it's kind of optimistic. The days start getting longer from that day on, right? And on December 23rd, Mercury retrograde is going to re-enter Sagittarius. I've talked about that a few seconds ago. So officially on December 23rd, it's going to re-enter your 12th house. And then on December 26th, we have a full moon in Cancer on the 4th degree of Cancer. And Capricorns, that is your house of relationships. So at the end of the year is about your relationship with yourself and with others, like me and my partner, like that kind of full moon. So full moons are the times of culminations, illuminations, achievements, clarity. Okay. Also, full moons are very much emotional times, so everybody will be highly sensitive, highly emotional around new moons. So do be patient with yourself and with others, especially with your partner, because the full moon will be in your partner's house. So it might indicate a time when it's like an important time in your partner's life. So maybe there's some sort of achievement, some sort of illumination, culmination in your partner's life. Yeah. So, and we can feel the effect of the full moon 4 days before and after. So you will start feeling the full moon energy from December 22nd up until like the new year. Okay. So we'll end this year in a very lunatic way. On the same day as this full moon, we have Chiron stationing direct, okay, on the 15th degree of Aries. Chiron is in your 4th house, and when this wounded healer stops retrograding, when it starts moving direct, it brings healing. Because, as I said, Chiron is the wounded healer. And so, since this is in your 4th house, so maybe it's healing in like your emotional foundations. Like it sounds a bit ridiculous, but really, since Chiron is an asteroid, we don't feel it like in a very obvious way, like in a very subtle way. Okay, so next. On December 29th, Venus is going to enter Sagittarius. It will leave Scorpio and enter Sagittarius until January 23rd. Okay, so Capricorns, Venus will leave your house of friendships and enter your house of subconscious creativity, like spirituality, like a very secretive, your most private part. And so when we have Venus in there, it's like you tend to enjoy your romance in secrecy, not like in front of everybody else, but like yeah, like enjoying the romance just together with your partner. Okay. And what else? On December 30th, we have Jupiter stationing direct on the 5th degree of Taurus. So when Jupiter stations direct, it brings an element of optimism in that area. And since Jupiter is in your 5th house, if you feel like there have been slowdowns in regards to like 5th house matters, like fun, creativity, children, recreation, those things will receive a dose of optimism. Yes, at the end of the year. And I feel like that's a very positive way to finish the year. And dear Capricorns, I hope you guys have a wonderful birthday, the December Capricorns. I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas, and I wish everyone a wonderful new year. Okay, thank you for watching my videos, and I will see you guys in my January video. Bye.